The real Jason is back, and we want blood after that last disaster piece. We open the movie with Tommy and his crazy mate. They're driving to the graveyard, and you little ripper, Tommy has the original Jason mask with him.
I don't know how you talked me into this, Tommy.
So they're on their way to destroy Jason's corpse. Hope that turns out well for you. With the only option to dig him up, this plan is working out well. His rotten, infested corpse indicates... yes, he's dead. He actually is dead. But Tommy, grabbing a pole from the graveyard fence, he starts stabbing the shit out of him. And here, have your hockey mask back.
Yeah, fuck you, Jason.
And from our horror gods above, lightning hits that pole. And we have a Frankenstein monster rebirth. Does this officially make Jason now a zombie? Is alive. Alive! Tommy's friend tries to be a hero and he hits Jason with a shovel. But he just didn't show any heart. Tommy shits himself and flees, leaving Jason to retrieve his famous hockey mask. And then we get the James Bond style intro. And straight into it, Jason is on the trail of Tommy, carrying the pole that brought him back to life. Now Tommy knows he's fucked up, and he heads straight to Forest Green's Sheriff's Department. Amateur move, Tommy. Just leave the country. Jason can't fly yet. Tommy tells this copper about Jason like he's a crazy person.
Piss me off, Junior, or I will repaint this office with your brains.
The decorating type he is.
Oh, what's your name, son?
Oh, tell me, Jarvis, but look, we've got to do something.
Another stupid move. You told him your name.
Well, now aren't you the kid whose mother and friends were killed by that maniac?
Okay, so that clarifies it. Tommy's mum did die. We didn't see it happen, but she did die in part 4. That answers one of my questions. It's now official. The movie said it, it's official. But because Tommy is acting like a crazy person, they lock him up. And the sheriff explains what's on all of our minds.
But no one in Forest Green wants to be reminded of what that maniac did here. That's why we changed the name. People want to forget this was Crystal Lake.
It kind of makes sense. Now let's move on to some victims. We get this couple driving to the camp, but there's a little bit of a roadblock. The moves of a pole vaulting champion. This chick is left pissing herself in the car with no idea what to do. Hey, you do miss one now and then. But every champion shows their skills. The next morning at the sheriff's office, the sheriff's daughter and 3 of her friends, they turn up. Yes. Potential victims, potential. Tommy tells them all about his crazy Jason story.
I told you to shut up.
Hey, fuck you, I'm trying to tell them what happened. We see the drunk cemetery keeper. Is that what they're called? Anyway, he's pissed that they dug up Jason's body.
Nobody's gonna find out.
He ain't having none of that. Now to Camp Forest Green, formerly known as Camp Crystal Lake. Kids arrive and, hey, hold on. This is the first time that kids have actually rocked up to camp. It's usually always just the camp counselors. Kids have rocked up to camp now. It looks like we're finally getting this camp operating. Out in the bush we have some workers playing paintball, but our hero is watching.
With unfair again. Let's do war. It's not fair. Give me a break.
But lucky enough, one of the seniors of the workers, he has a machete and he needs to chop a path for himself. Thank you very much. I'll take that. Oh, and your arm. Now the sheriff decides to escort Tommy out of the jurisdiction area, so he's not their problem anymore. Here's your keys, Tommy. Drive yourself. We trust you. And back to paintballing, and Jason leaps from a tree. Bang, he hits a hat trick. The one nerd left decides to shoot Jason with the paintball gun. Run, bitch, because you're fucked. So driving away, Tommy decides to take a turn to the cemetery, causing a high-speed chase. Cops shouldn't have trusted him to drive himself, but this was to lure the cops to the open grave that he dug.
Well, he must have got chilly in the night and pulled the dirt back over.
That's not right.
You're crazy, Tommy. That's not dug up. Good work, groundsman. You have a drink. Now, driven out of the forest green area, Tommy gets given his last chance just to stay out. These cops are very forgiving. Now it's nighttime and the drunk groundskeeper from the cemetery is taking a drunk walk in the woods. Very dark.
What a way to go, huh?
But Jason doesn't like people littering in his woods. Always recycle. Now this scream disturbs a young couple's sexy time.
Stay here.
No, Steven, don't.
Thanks, hero. Pussy. And just like that, another double kill. Jason's on fire! Now at the camp, things have really mellowed over the years. Where's the drug? Where's the booze? Where's the sex? And where's the titties? Oh, hold on. There we go.
The best.
Now, two of the counsellors are getting it on outside in their RV, but Jason thinks they're using too much of his electricity. Now, realising someone's cut the power, it's time to fuck off. Now, thinking things are safe after whoever cut the power, Jason was on the shitter in the RV all along. Got her.
Hey, Nikki, what are you doing back there? Taking a dump?
Nope, just redecorating with her face. And with a knife to the skull. Jason then endures his first ever road accident in a car as a passenger. But not a scratch. Now Jason finds the new camp and he wants to explore the new changes that have happened over the years. But back at the area of our first victims, and the cops find the body of Roy, the paintball nerd. Jason really fucked him up. Now at the camp, Sissy thinks someone's playing games with her, trying to scare her, so she tips her soda out the window on them. Good one, Sissy. But with a classic Voorhees signature move. I hope you enjoyed that chiropractic session. Would you like to rebook now? Now outside of town, the sheriff's daughter decides to meet up with Tommy. Tommy needs supplies because he's got a plan. Now with the cops hot on their trail, I've now decided that Tommy's not really a smart prick, is he?
End of the line.
So this kid Nancy sees Jason walking outside the camp with Sissy's dead body. And that's gotta fuck a kid up for life. But now she brings the machete into Paula. But Paula thinks it's all a joke.
We'll scare them right back. Okay.
Oh, silly, silly Paula. Back at the sheriff's station, Tommy's in hot water again. Back into the cell you go. And as for you, Missy,
What's going
And
on?
make sure my daughter stays put. She's grounded.
yeah, take that. Back at the camp, Paula puts the kid back to bed as Jason watches and contemplates, should I do a classic Jason Voorhees signature move through the window? But he decides to stalk a little bit more and let Paula go back to her cabin. Hearing noises at the door, she decides to let her killer inside. At least break a window or something. There we go. Back at the station with a little trickery from Megan and Tommy. They trick the stupid cop into pulling him into the cell and they lock him in there. Fucking rookie cops. And they're back on the road again. Back at the camp, Jason enters the kids' cabin, almost having the urge to kill this child. He remembers he's not like Freddy Krueger and he doesn't touch children, so he's going to leave. The cops arrive at the cabins and one of the cops enters the cabin just to see blood popcorn. Yes. Yes. But the sheriff is not a fan of my channel and he's not a fan of blood popcorn and he's pissed and more determined to find this killer now. Now an officer searching for clues, he's doing his job good, but he spots Jason by the lake. And he just stood there and took it. Now another intelligent police officer hears a noise in the woods. He sees Jason and he loads 4 rounds into our hero's body. But chiropractor Jason gets the last crack. Sheriff's looking for his deputy and he finds him and gives him a little kiss. Embarrassed, he turns to see Jason judging him. No need for that, Sheriff. Round after round, Jason just keeps getting him back up. Fuck this, and Sheriff piss bolts. Megan and Tommy, they pull up to the camp with a bag full of tricks. Tommy just needs a canoe to set his trap. Ugh, not that one. He gets a clean canoe and starts setting up, while Megan tries to find her friends. Oh, found her. Jason catches up to Sheriff and Sheriff, he wants to rumble. But Sheriff has a nagging back and chiropractor Jason to the rescue. That's better. Giving zero fucks, her dad just got killed. Now Megan gets Jason's attention, so he heads to the lake, only to fuck this door up and scare the shit out of these little kids. And hello, classic signature Voorhees move at the window. But a failed kill attempt by Jason pisses him off even more, and he hears Tommy taunting him down at the lake on the canoe.
Come on! Come and get me! It's me you won't remember!
Tommy has made Jason's life hell, so of course he wants to go fucking shed his blood. With a quick dip of the lake, Jason heads towards Tommy. But Tommy decides to put some gasoline on the lake water and start a campfire. This makes Jason pissed, and with a chain, noose, and a big rock, this is all the end for Jason. Tommy has drowned our hero. But that's not enough, let's throw some salt on the wound. Megan adds some finishing touches. Our hero, no. So Jason's finally home in his watery grave, where he died as a child. But he's got an eye on this lake until next time. The end. Now for some questions we all want answered. How many years has Jason been buried since part 4? I don't know, they don't establish that, they don't say that in the whole movie. No one knows. Now does this officially make Jason a zombie? And if he is, what was he before? I don't know. He was a ghost, he was a boy that died, that came back. That wasn't a zombie, but he was a ghost I guess, and then he gets killed again and now he's zapped and he's a monster zombie. I don't fucking know. What happened to that paintballing nerd that ran off? Did Jason really he was mutilated. His body pieces were everywhere. I want to see that kill. That looked like a fucking good kill that we missed. Teenage Frankenstein by Alice Cooper plays. Is that a metaphor for Jason is a Frankenstein now? He is a zombie? He got brought back to life? Teenage Frankenstein is still a teenager, I guess. I don't know how many years he's been buried for. Surely he's in his 20s now. Not sure on that one. Good fucking song though. When did Tommy get the time to go to the hardware store to get all that shit? We missed that part. We didn't see him get all that stuff from the hardware store, but he got it. This was great. Having the real Jason back was so fucking good. Great kills, great music, great score. Music by Alice Cooper was fantastic during the movie. Not as many nude scenes as the first 4 movies. 5th movie we basically didn't have really any titties. But the opening scene of this movie was fucking so good. It was actually the best. Tommy and his mate, that was just... I loved that scene. But fantastic film. Fantastic film. And this one gets 7 out of 10 hockey masks. Yes, 7 out of 10. It didn't go to the 8 or 9 or 10. I have my reasons why, personally. A few little back and forths to the sheriff's office I didn't really think was necessary. And the cops were pretty fucking dumb. Apart from that, though, it was a goddamn good movie, man. And it takes the lead. So this puts the ladder like this. Part 5 was a piece of dog shit. That's down with got 4 out of 10. Part 2 got 6 out of 10. Part 3 got 6 out of 10 as well, but that's better than Part 2. Part 4 got 6 out of 10 as well, better than the other ones, even though they all got the same rating, but in a different way. Part 1 was on top of my ladder with 7 out of 10. It is the original and one of my personal favorites. It started it all. But Part 6 just happens to go on top of the ladder for me. It also has 7 out of 10 like Part 1 on equal pars, but because it's Jason as the killer and there's some real fun kills in there that you really get to see, Part 6 goes on top of the ladder, and I don't know if anyone's really going to move that from the top of the ladder. Part 6 and Part 1 I think are going to be sitting there. But while we re-watch these, we'll see what happens. Alright guys, this is still a fairly new channel. I know I keep saying that, but I'd really appreciate some likes and subscribes. If you can, if you can't, do what the fuck you want. It's your life. But we're going to be back with Part 7. Unfortunately, I do remember Part 7 a little bit, and it's telekinesis one, isn't it? Fuck. Alright, so we're going to watch that one, and next week be back with that episode, so like, subscribe, do what the fuck you want. See you next time.